Welcome to Voyage Daily Tech, the most important news personalized for you every day, supported by Voyage.com.
We've got 5 fascinating tech stories lined up for you today. First, we'll look at a startup aiming to sell a shockingly simple, customizable electric truck for under $20,000. Then we'll cover the Blockbuster stock market debut of a crypto company that's signaling a major return of investor confidence. From there, we'll discuss how another crypto giant is preparing to go public, further blurring the line between crypto and Wall Street. After that, we're looking at the fleets of self-driving lorries already hauling goods on Chinese highways and the major trust hurdles they face. And we'll wrap up with a stern warning from a UK judge after lawyers were caught using AI that literally invents fake legal cases. All right, let's get started with something that's trying to reinvent the wheel, or at least the truck built around it. Now, picture a brand new electric pickup. You're probably imagining something sleek, futuristic, and, well, expensive. But what if I told you a startup is aiming to sell one for under $20? That's the moonshot goal from a company called Slate Auto, which happens to be backed by Jeff Bezos. They're developing a radically simple 2-door electric truck out of a small facility in Michigan. And when I say simple, I mean it. We're talking crank windows, no fancy infotainment screen. You just use your phone and a body made of composite parts that you wrap with vinyl instead of painting. The whole idea is that it's a blank slate. Get it? You buy the bare bones truck and then you customize it yourself. And, you know, people seem interested. Slate already has over 100, 0 reservations. So what's the catch? Well, there are a few big ones. First, that sub 20K price tag relies on a federal EV tax credit, which isn't guaranteed to stick around. Second, scaling up from hand building a few trucks to mass production is incredibly difficult. It's the very thing that has sunk other EV startups. Ultimately, Slate is making a huge bet. They believe the key to an affordable EV isn't new tech, but taking things away. It's a fascinating question. In a world of high-tech cars, is what people really want a simple, affordable vehicle they can truly make their own? Now, from a company betting on stripping things down to a company whose value is absolutely exploding, we're shifting from the factory floor in Michigan to the trading floor on Wall Street. Picture this. A company goes public and in just 2 days, its stock price nearly quadruples. That's not a movie script. It just happened. The company is Circle Internet, a stablecoin issuer, and they just had a blockbuster debut on the New York Stock Exchange. Their shares surged an incredible 48% on their second day, valuing the company at a massive $32.1 billion. But here's the thing. This matters beyond just one company or even crypto. For a while now, the market for IPOs, that's when a private company first sells stock to the public, has been, well, pretty sluggish. Investors have been nervous, mainly because of all the uncertainty around global trade and tariffs. Circle's huge success is like a flare in the dark. It's a big sign that investor confidence is coming back. Wall Street insiders are calling it a bellwether, a sign that the market is ready to embrace new companies again. It seems investors are realizing this uncertain environment isn't going away, so they're focusing on putting their money back to work. This could open the doors for other companies, especially in fields like AI and fintech that have been waiting on the sidelines. So the big takeaway isn't just about one company's massive win, it's a story about renewed optimism. It shows that even when the forecast looks a bit cloudy, a single powerful debut can shift the mood and get Wall Street betting on the future again. And Circle's massive success isn't happening in a vacuum. In fact, it seems to be paving the way for other big players in the digital asset space. Now, let's talk about another household name in crypto that's looking to follow in those footsteps. The crypto exchange Gemini, run by the Winklevoss twins, has just confidentially filed to go public. That means they're preparing for an IPO, an initial public offering. In simple terms, they're getting ready to sell shares of their company on the stock market, just like any major corporation. So why now? It's really all about momentum. The entire crypto market is surging. We're talking a global value of around 3.3 trillion. And as we just heard, we've seen other digital asset companies like Circle have huge success with their own stock market debuts. It seems investors are feeling confident again. And this confidence, well, it's also been fueled by things like the approval of Bitcoin ETFs and even supportive comments from President Trump. This is a really big deal for the crypto world. It signals a major shift from the fringes to the financial mainstream. Every time a company like Gemini does this, it brings in more, more transparency, more regulation, and a whole lot more traditional money. It's a sign the industry is, it's growing up. Ultimately, what this shows is that the line between old school Wall Street and the new world of digital assets is getting blurrier. It's no longer just about buying tokens online. It's about investing in the very businesses that are building out this new financial frontier. So while the world of crypto is busy integrating with Wall Street, another futuristic technology is trying to integrate with our actual streets. We're moving from digital highways to the very real highways of China. Picture this, a massive, heavy lorry rumbling down the highway at full speed. Now imagine there's no one behind the wheel. That's not science fiction. It's happening right now on test routes in China. Fleets of autonomous lorries are already hauling goods between cities like Beijing and Tianjin. Sure, for now, government rules mean a safety driver has to be in the cab, just in case. But the long-term goal is to have these trucks go completely solo. So what's the big deal? Well, it really boils down to efficiency and money. These trucks don't get tired, which could revolutionize logistics and slash delivery times. For companies, the ultimate prize is cutting labor costs down to almost nothing. That said, it's not all smooth sailing. There are a couple of major roadblocks. First, public trust. After some fatal accidents involving self-driving cars, people are understandably skeptical about giving a giant driverless truck the right of way. And then there are the technical hurdles, making sure the tech is reliable enough to handle everything from bad weather to sudden emergencies. It's a classic case of technology moving faster than our comfort levels. An expert made a really sharp point about this. We humans can forgive another person for making a mistake on the road, but a machine, we expect it to be perfect. So before these driverless giants become common, they won't just need better tech, they'll need to earn our trust 1 mile at a time. And that point about expecting machines to be perfect, it couldn't be more relevant for our final story. Because what happens when we place our trust in an AI and it just lies? We're heading into the courtroom to find out. Imagine a lawyer standing up in court, making a brilliant argument and citing a previous case to prove their point. The only problem? That case never actually existed. It was completely made up by an AI. This isn't a movie plot. It's a real problem happening right now, and a senior judge in the UK has just put everyone on notice. Lawyers have apparently been using AI tools for research, and these programs are sometimes hallucinating. They're inventing fake legal precedents that sound completely real. So why is this such a big deal? Well, the entire justice system is built on truth and established facts. If lawyers are presenting fictional cases, it erodes public trust and, frankly, makes a mockery of the whole process. The judge's warning was severe. We're not just talking about a professional reprimand. Lawyers caught doing this risk being held in contempt of court or even facing criminal charges for, get this, perverting the course of justice. The judge made it clear that existing guidance isn't enough and that the legal profession needs to take this much more seriously. It's a powerful reminder that while AI is an amazing tool, it's not infallible. It shows we can't just blindly trust the output, especially when something as important as justice hangs in the balance.
That's it for today on Voyage Daily Tech. Follow, share, and stay tuned for daily updates coming your way tomorrow.